Hey everyone, I wanted to take a moment and check in. It has been a wild several months in international affairs, and I hope the show that I've created is helping you make sense of this ever crazy world with at least a bit of nuance and care. I'm reaching out today because Global Dispatches is entering a new era. I started this show back in 2012, if you can believe it, as an outgrowth of UN Dispatch, the blog that I launched nearly 20 years ago. The show Global Dispatches soon took on a life of its own. To date, Global Dispatches has been downloaded over 8 million times and in every country on Earth except North Korea. Cabinet members, undersecretaries general, and NGO leaders are among the audience of international affairs professionals who have congregated around this show. But I'd say what binds this community together is that you who are listening right now, you listen to the show because you care about this world. You give a shit. And I do too. I do what I do because I want to make a difference in this world. This is a mission driven show. The mission, as I see it, is to bring stories that don't often get the treatment they deserve in more mainstream outlets to you, who are largely a foreign policy audience, people in a position to make a difference in this world and to take action based on what you hear on this show. Or even if you are someone who doesn't fit in that category, you're nonetheless someone who, by virtue of the fact that you listen to a mid-sized podcast like this, is someone who just craves deeper knowledge about parts of the world or about issues in the world that don't regularly get surfaced in more mainstream media. And that to me suggests that you care about this world. But let me cut to the chase. There has been a major shakeup in how this show is funded, and I'm going to need your support more than ever in order to keep this show going. I've been able to sustain Global Dispatches for so long thanks to some key institutional backers. One of those backers is the Carnegie Corporation of New York, and I'm very grateful to continue to have their support. The other, for the last 20 years of my professional career, has been the United Nations Foundation. This is a private philanthropy that Ted Turner started in 1998 to support the UN's work in critical areas like climate, nuclear security, and reproductive health. For 2 decades, the UN Foundation has been my main source of income and the single most important reason I was able to start Global Dispatches so long ago and keep it going for so long. Unfortunately, due to some belt tightening, the UN Foundation informed me that they're no longer able to support my work at the same level. So let me be clear, I am deeply thankful for the backing that they have provided for so long. They gave me the space and support to build my career and this podcast. I have absolutely nothing but admiration for the organization that Ted Turner built and has been sustained by people dedicated to making the world a more peaceful place. But this is a profound change for me, and it leaves me with a very large funding gap to fill in order to keep the show going. I need to raise $140,000 to maintain Global Dispatches at its current level. This is not an insignificant sum, but it's not insurmountable either. On paper, at least, crowdfunding can bridge this gap. Several thousand of you are listening to me right now. If each one of you clicked one of the links in the show notes below or visited globaldispatches.org and became a premium subscriber, we could close this gap tomorrow. But the reality is only a fraction of you listeners will make that leap from passive consumer to active supporter. So I'm reaching out directly to you right now, the person listening to my words in your earphones. I need you to be among those who take action. The difference between you who acts and you who do not will determine the fate of Global Dispatches. It is in your hands right now. If you've listened to me over the years, or even if you're relatively new to the show, I need your support now more than ever. So here's what you can do. In the show notes, you'll see 3 links to globaldispatches.org, which is my Substack, which handles paid subscriptions. The first is a direct link to globaldispatches.org where you can subscribe at the full price, which is $15 a month or $165 a year. The second link gives you 20% off that price. The third link gives you 40% off that price. I honestly would be deeply grateful for your support at any level. And for anyone who takes action at any level based on this pitch, I would be glad to send you a Global Dispatches sticker in the mail, in addition to the other benefits that you get for being a paid subscriber, which includes full access to our sister podcast about the UN to save us from hell, as well as my own writing and essays, and the entire 13-year archive of the show. But more than anything else, I hope that you support the show because you believe in what I've built over the years here, and you see the value and the perspectives I bring, the stories I seek to service, and how it stands largely in stark contrast to much of what you can find elsewhere in the more mainstream media verse. So please take action right now before you put down your phone. Go to globaldispatches.org or click one of those links in the show notes. I need your support more than ever. Thank you. If you have any questions for me or any suggestions, email me directly. Here's my email, markleongoldberg@gmail.com. Just shoot me an email. I would appreciate your thoughts, your comments. This is, as I said, a very transitional phase for Global Dispatches, but with your support, I think we can get through this and not only survive, but thrive and take this show to the next level. Please just click one of the links in the show notes of this episode or go to globaldispatches.org and make a contribution. I so need your support. Thank you. Be the one who takes action and helps keep this show alive and thriving. Thank you so much.